Right guys, so when I grew up in the 80s, it was a different time to now. Kids didn't have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We found our own fun out in the streets. No internet, no selfies, but what we did have is TV. Now every Saturday on the weekends I used to sit in front of the TV and watch these fire-breathing monsters on four wheels go around some of the best tracks in the world, driven by the best race car drivers. I wanted to be a race car driver, and as you can imagine, it's a very hard route to get into. Now there was one car in particular that kind of set my imagination alight really more than anything, and that was the Ford ZAC Speed Capri in the birth livery. Seeing this car going around was absolutely special. Flames shooting out the side, and you felt like you were there watching you. I've always loved motorsports, I've always loved cars. I've had a strong interest, it's been part of my life really. And I thought, well, what better way to pay homage to this is actually build my own replica. Now, seeing this car is something to believe. It's unbelievable. The drop nose on it, the big wing at the back, the huge tyres, just the stance of the vehicle, just an angry race car. Spitting flames, high octane. And then you're in the cars going around, so the V8s, the V6s, the V12s, the twin turbos, the superchargers. Now we're talking golden age racing, guys. Grassroots. Not the racing what it is today. No huge sponsors. Sponsorships were harder to come by. Less, and this was the way the world's seen motorsports, rather than sat down in front of a TV, or if you were lucky enough, you went to a racetrack. And I was blown away by this car. This ZAC Speed Capri. Just look at it. The huge alloys. Massive wing. The vents. The aerodynamics of something that was made in the 80s. Just a pure, unadulterated driving experience that only a race car driver will ever understand. Just a mean track machine. So that's my little introduction, guys, and welcome to my TTO2 build. Hope you enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to ChriswithaC RC. How you all doing? Thanks very much for joining. Right guys, so you've seen the intro. First of all, thank you very much to Turbo RC for sorting out. Now, just to let you know, guys, how we've acquired this, it's got a bit of a story to it, actually. So the WL toys that you've been following on the channel, okay, I got to a point where I thought, right, I'm done now. It's now time to give up on this car and concentrate on something different. And my friend Hunter has decided that he wanted a 1/14th car. And I said, well, okay, let's work a deal out. Now, as you can see on the table, guys, he had sat there a Tamiya TTO2, a ZAC Speed Capri, and I really fancied this car. For some people that don't know about me, I've got a bit of a history in touring car racing, 1/10 touring car racing. Ran X-Ray previously, and my actual, where I started off with RCs was actually 1/10 Tamiyas. So I've got a big interest in Tamiyas and touring cars and also motorsports. So as you can imagine, this was a bit of a no-brainer for me. Now, I'm not opposed to second-hand cars, and I think there's a lot of value in someone else's as long as they've got the right deal. Now, what I mean by that is it looked after? As you know, what upgrades does it come with? So I thought, well, let's have a look. Sent me over a load of pictures, and I sent him a message back. Between us, we worked out a bit of a deal. And long story short, a couple of days later, we've now got a TT02 here, guys. So I'm going to set you up on the table. We're going to unbox what's inside. I'm going to give you an idea of, you know, my thoughts and what I'm going to do with it and stuff like that. I would say, but judging by it, it's going to be around about 80% done. All right, but there's a lot of interesting things to show you here. So let's dive down on the table and we'll go from there. Right guys, so as you can see, Tamiya TT02. Now, never owned TT02, but I have owned plenty of Tamiyas over the years, and I've been quite excited about this because as a little boy, as I mentioned earlier on, this was one of my dream cars. Loved the Thunder Saloons, touring cars, the DTMs, just anything high octane, fast as hell, high revving, loud noises, pops, bangs, whistles, you name it, this sort of thing. And this car was like a rocket ship. When you looked at it going across the track, as I showed you in the footage earlier, just an amazing looking piece of kit. As I say, this is technically a second-hand car. All right, now yeah, I'll explain all when we open up. There's the packaging, and I think there's a lot of value in knowing your second-hand vehicles and stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as they're in good condition, why not? So, as you can see, there's the chassis on the side. Okay. Gives you an idea with some of the hop-ups here as well. So you obviously shows you your ball bearings, because these cars do come with bushings and, you know, brass bushings and plastic bushings as well, guys, instead of ball races. I think this car has had a lot of money spent on it, and basically someone has lost interest. No, it's not actually Mr. Turbo RC himself. He actually acquired this himself and never really did anything with it. So let's pop that by there. There's the body, guys. So we're going to be painting this up as well, as you can see. So I'll be going through that process and showing you of painting a RC body. But look at the shape on it. Amazing. This big valance across the front used to catch the air, keep the front end of the car down. Huge extended arches. And this, you know, obviously the venting then for the wheels. Just an amazing design. Now bearing in mind this 1980s, you know, this was just a weird thing to see. It was just out of this world. And the 80s was just I think an exciting time, especially for motorsport. Some of the wildest cars came out in the 80s and then disappeared. So I mean, I'm not saying cars today aren't exciting. That's far from it. I love motorsports. I love cars. But there was just something about that era, whether it was the case of a little boy, I don't know, but there you go. So some more body parts by there. They need painting by the looks on things. We'll have to check those out. What have we got here? Wide racing slicks with sponges. So again, Tamiya hop-ups. So that's nice. Some more body parts. Okay, some chassis sponges and stuff like that to go in the car. That's awesome. And that's that killer wing to go on the back, I believe. So that's gonna, all this is going to need cutting out and painting. The funny thing is, I did do the Mad Van yesterday. I did the wing, and I thought, right, that was a good time to show all this. All your decals. Look at that livery. Now I'm toying with the idea of doing the black one. But even though this is the white kit, I'm not sure. You guys in the comments, if you think I should do the black one in the start of the video, or I should do it the white one, please let me know. So body decals, you got your window masks and everything for painting, so that's nice. All your instructions, and it's something Tamiya do really well. And the good thing is, I've just realised actually, I purchased a set of hex screws for a Tamiya kit from Yeah Racing, and I think I'll probably just put them in this car actually, to be honest with you. Set of racing slicks, M2 racing slicks, one pair. Again, I actually used to run these myself outdoor. Nice and soft actually, these ones, if I remember rightly. So that's that. A little bit more documentation. What's this? A bag of goodies. Is that a receiver box? Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. So at least I know where that is. And there's the top for the receiver box, so that's good. As you can see, so by there is the actual plastic bushings and bearings. Sorry, brass bit bushings and plastic bearings. So it does look like this car has actually had the bearings put in this, so that's nice. Another set of wheels. Nice and grippy. They've not been glued on, but that's fine. I can glue them in. Another set of the same wheels, actually. So I could, if I wanted to, use these on a different build. We've got, what's this? Two-piece mesh wheels. Touring car. I think they're probably the ones that should go on the car actually, but we'll have a look in a moment. We've also got a set of deep dish. They look like drift alloys. Two-part wheels, yes. I don't know. They would probably look nice on the car. So there's another set there. We've got all the parts tree. Your composite diff cups and so on and so forth. So I think someone has really gone to town on this. Okay. Another alloy wheel, as you can see. Dish alloy. Another deep dish alloy. Okay. Interesting. Some Yeah Racing, what are these? Aluminium ball steerings. Okay. Nice. And there's the car, guys. As you can see, this genuinely has had some work done to it. So it looks like it's got the Yeah Racing front steering assembly. So that's nice. Upgraded carbon fibre top deck. Oil filled shocks. The diffs feel nice actually. Someone's actually spent a fair bit of money on this. Oh look, metal servo mount, metal motor mount as well. It's had a lot of money chucked at it, this has. Really, really interesting. Really interesting. Alloys, I think these are going to look better, to be honest with you. Don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments, guys. I think personally, those ones, oh, yeah, they're not really wide enough, so we can't really use those because the back wheels, especially on that car, need to be wide. But metal servo saver as well. Very interesting. Okay. So, what else we got in the box? Oh, outdrives. So it looks like outdrives for the rear, maybe? Yeah. Or are they for the front? Don't know. Might put them on. If they fit in the front, I'll put them on. Does look like there's some on the rear. I'm going to give this a bit of a clean because it looks like it's just been sat there. Not really doing a lot. I'm hoping obviously all the parts are there to finish the car off as well. But as you can see, now you understand where the value is, the second-hand value here of actually having this. So interesting, very interesting. So the idea is, oh, we've got a pinion gear and some screws, so they must be for the motor. That is a 21 tooth. I'll probably invest in a 25 tooth actually, because I know with this car, if I remember rightly, that the speed gear for this car, because I'm going to be running this brushless as well. I think I've got a 20 kilogram servo to go in there as well. And the drivetrain is lovely. Suspension feels good. I don't see any problems there. Little bit high on the front maybe, but I can drop that down anyway, so that's not too much of an issue. So, but then again, I suppose I don't really want it banging on the floor, do I? But it does look like someone has spent a lot of time through this, and judging on the car itself, I've got a feeling this was probably, I'd imagine, built in lockdown, keeping someone busy. Drive change seems lovely and smooth, mind, I'll be honest with you. Okay. I'm impressed. I'm quite excited actually, to be honest with you, to run this. I've got a few places I'm going to run this car, so I haven't gone mad, guys. Right? There are a few places you've probably seen. Garth Park's got all those S-bends and stuff that I could use it on. There's a load of nice car parks and everything around here I can go and run it. And that is what it's going to look like. I don't know whether you could tell there, but I'm going to try and keep the body post down nice and low as well, obviously to aid the look of the car. And see, if we were to put those wheels at the back, they'd just get lost. But what do you think, guys? Tell me in the comments. I'm really interested to hear off you. I'm going to start digging into this car. I'm going to take you along for the ride. I want to check over the diffs and stuff. I don't for 1 minute think that there's something wrong with these diffs, mind. You can feel them. They're really, really nice. I do like the fact that we've got all these extras as well, as you can see. Exciting times, guys. Exciting times. If it wasn't for the fact that it was the car it is, I probably would have gone with a custom paint job. And maybe kept some of the stickers, but not all of the stickers, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'd like to pay homage to this car, to be honest with you. But I also did have a bit of a colour scheme in my head. But Tamiya TT02. And it's one thing Tamiya do well, mind, and that is touring cars. So, let's bounce back up. I've shown you what's in the box. Tell me what you think in the comments, guys, and we'll go from there. Right, guys, so what's your thoughts? I'm quite excited. It's going to make a hell of a build, isn't it? I've got a hobby wing motor that I'm going to put in there. I've got a JX Eagle Boost servo we put in there to make it nice and quick on steering. I've got some Spectrum electronics, so everything we need to get that car running, I've already got. One thing I probably will do is get the upgraded pinions and get them ordered. So the speed gearing, I think it's 23, 24 and 25. Should go well. Couple of car parks and stuff I'm going to run on. I've got loads of ideas for this vehicle. So thank you very much for coming along with the ride. Stay safe, guys, and enjoy. So next video, we'll start tearing it apart and having a little look and maybe swapping a few bits bob around, maybe get the electronics fitted, that sort of thing. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check a like on the video if you enjoyed it.